Alright guys, what are we talking about this time? Say Microtech Socom Elite. I did show this one so everybody could see what it was on the military 204p video. This one is in M390, was made in May of 2018, and I'll go ahead and point it out because you can see it. If you look back here, there is actually a dip in the grind, kind of like the one lightweight Para 3 that I did, and the bevel actually gets a good bit skinnier right in this portion where I'm running my thumb over. And don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the tip where it's sharpened is perfectly centered down the split in the scales. And I did measure up here. The blade is perfectly centered. There is some extra material left on this side of the grind up by the tip. Not a big deal. Just figured somebody sees it, may as well go ahead and point it out now. This was also sent to me by Josh, just like in the 204p video. I will put his information down below in the description. I have tested quite a bit of M390. It's been a while since I've counted. I want to say somewhere in the over 60 to maybe 70 different examples of M390 itself. I have tested some you guys haven't seen yet, so there will be more that are currently not on the spreadsheet. And I still have some of my own that I just have not been able to get to yet. Was curious about this one when Josh said he would send it to me, because I did test an Ultratech that ended up being 60 for a hardness, and it did a little over 200 feet total. I mean, a little over 200, 205, 210 maybe. So go ahead and watch the cutting for this. Believe it's about a minute and 15, minute and a half. If you want to speed through it, do that now, and we'll come back and talk about this. Alright, now that we saw the cutting, and Gias decided he's going to invade this video a little bit too. So there he is. And we're going to go ahead now and talk about how this Microtech M390 did. Come on, buddy. I need you to get out of the way. Come on. Alright. So how this Microtech M390 did. Josh did tell me that he had sharpened this once, and just to be on the safe side, I did go ahead and put 3 edges on it. I tested on what I knew to be the 4th edge. So on that edge, that would be my first test. 147 feet fine edge. Another 94 feet working edge for a total of 241 feet. It's a little bit more than I was honestly expecting. I don't know what the hardness is on this one yet. It has not been tested. But I do know that some other Socoms have been tested in M390, and one was very soft. So I went ahead and sharpened it same way, 15 degrees per side, 1500 grit, 631 micron, 5 passes per side. Came up pretty good. It deburred okay, not as good as I would have liked to see, but it was okay. The edge comes up nice. Not as nice as the 204p on the military, but it still comes up pretty good. In the second test, 143 feet fine edge, another 90 feet working edge for a total of 234 feet. Don't really know what to say about it, guys. I guess just for what you pay for these, I would have expected the heat treat to be a little bit better. I knew that some had tested soft in the past. I know that some got tested after I did that. Actually, I think all the ones that got tested were after the Ultratech that I sent, because that was over a year ago now. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that this one's probably going to be around 60 also. It just isn't quite... Maybe it'll be different. I don't know. I just know that no matter what the hardness on this is compared to Josh's military and 204p, this just a hair underdone compared to that. But it is a nice knife. I do like the Socom. I haven't owned one. I've handled plenty. I borrowed a couple. I like the knife overall. I just would like to see a different steel used in this model. They use, I believe it's 180 thousandths blade stock. They do grind it pretty good. As far as geometry, it does thicken up rather quick, but it starts out pretty good. But for what this knife is based for, external thumb studs, aluminum construction, I mean, it's rock solid in every direction. I'd have loved to see them go towards something else that would have the same performance as this, but be better suited to the knife. Crew wear or Z-wear would be a great choice. At 62 HRC, crew wear has a better fine edge than this did, and about 8 to 10% better working edge than this does. I know that Microtech uses 3V. They could have gotten... The edge retention would have been a little bit less, but I think that 3V would be better suited for this particular style knife. 4V would have also been a great choice. 4V, you're getting plenty of strength, and you're getting way better edge retention than this at 64 to 65. They could have run the 4V soft and got better edge retention than this. They could have run it around 62.5, 63. What I'm getting at is I haven't seen too many people talk about that in the past, and I just don't think that the M390 20CV 204p that these come in is the right steel for the intended purpose behind this particular design. And like I've talked about before, you guys can go watch BJ's video where he did the 59.5 HRC M390 versus the 62 HRC M390 for impact toughness, and he hammered it through some different things to see how the edge held up. And I know it seems counterproductive, but you always hear about a softer steel being tougher, and as a few people say, that's absolutely not the case. You can see that on BJ's video. The harder M390 took a lot less damage than the softer one did. I don't know how this one would fare. It's not my knife. I'm not going to do that to it. But if I do run into one of these that's mine at some point, I will go ahead and do that against one of my harder M390s. But all in all, it's a good knife. I don't think the performance is there for what it costs, but I do like it, and maybe one will trickle through here one day. I don't know. But that's all I have. Any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, put them down below. I don't always get to respond to every single one, but I do see them all. Sometimes life just gets in the way and I don't get back to them. So that's all I have. As always, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.